Hi, everyone. This is Elevate Your Life with Dr. T. And today I was supposed to be having a guest on the show. And what I've discovered is that all kinds of people are having difficulty going from Zoom and moving through to be able to be on Facebook Live and connect with you. So the previously scheduled interview for today will be pushed to later in the week, which will be a really good one to tune into. But I just wanted to jump on here after dealing with a lot of technical issues trying to figure out how to connect with you and bring my guests and I through from Zoom onto Facebook to connect with you today. I wanted to take a little bit of time to just give you all one of the great emotional tools that I use in my life. And one of the tools that we do with our clients in our different emotional training programs, where people learn how to stop reacting and really harness their emotions and put those emotions into their intentions so they can elevate their life on every different level. So, uh, everybody knows by now that reactivity takes you in the wrong direction of where you want to go. And it's one of those very, very unproductive experiences that some people who are more emotionally sensitive just unfortunately experience so much more reactivity than other people. And in my life, having been a really emotionally sensitive person, I've, worked on all of that in order to be able to be aware of when I'm reactive and shift into an intention and move myself forward and create a new pattern of existence, a new way of being that makes it so that I'm not a reactive person anymore. So this is what's so exciting and why our clients love our emotional strength training program so much. And so I wanted to give you some insight into just one of the hundreds of emotional training techniques that we teach people. And this is one that I do every day in order to move myself along in all of my things that I want to create, all the things that I want to make happen for other people. And this is something that anybody can easily do. So, in order to facilitate your intentions, instead of having your reactions dictate your life, one of the things that we use is what I call an intention box. Right. So this is a box that I got, and I get these boxes from like Michael's Crafts. And yet you can use any box, right? The one that I have says love, joy, and peace. But for different clients, I've ordered a lot of different boxes. And for different clients, I'll use different boxes that really feel connected to who they are and what their goals are. And yet, if you have any box at home, you can use that. You can either order something that you like, and just as again, this is a box that just opens up, and it's not much more complicated than that. And what I do in the morning, and quite honestly, all day, every day, is I use index cards in order to write down my intentions. And so I do that as the start of every day. So I'll go through, sometimes I'll write one card, but most of the time I get on a roll the way that intentions create a chain of intentions. And this is a really awesome thing. So I'll end up, filling out 5, 10 cards, and it'll be every kind of intention that I have. It'll be about my health and well-being, my family, things that I'm excited about, things that I'm working on. And a big, big part of this is I create an intention each day for my clients. And so that I am constantly, even though I'm always in the zone of creating outcomes for people, I like to be more connected to it. It helps me maintain what it is that I'm working on, because results are what matter, right? We all know that the journey is the destination, and yet the results are the things that actually make what it is that you want in your life to happen. So as a outcome driven, results oriented person, I want to be clear about what is it that I'm creating? What do I want? What do I want for myself? What do I want for our clients? What do I want for this community? What do I want for the world? What do I want for, the community that I live in? And all of those things. So I will fill out a series of cards, and I've been doing this for a very long time. So I've filled up lots of boxes. And the fun part about doing this is that, you sit there and you fill out one card, and then all of a sudden you start having a chain of intentions, right? You start to be inspired. What's another intention that I have? And you can fill in as many cards as you want. We have stacks and stacks of index cards in our home and our office. And whenever you connect to an intention, right now, right at that point, it's the seeds of it are already in progress, right? That's how the laws of physics work. So I fill out an intention, I put it in the box, they all pile up. I know they're all in there. I've got this box that is containing these intentions, right? It's a very sacred and very practical thing to do, because anytime that you're feeling a reaction, what I do is I just grab a card and I start to write down my intention. First of all, I think about it. It's as simple as that, by the way. And then I also write them down. So if my husband and I are in a dialogue and anything starts to be reactive at all, first of all, we are always asking ourselves, what is our outcome? But we'll just fill out a card. So we'll just interrupt the reactivity, and I'll say, what's your outcome? And we'll get that answer. We'll write it down. We'll put it in the box, and then we move on, so that we're not ever really indulging these big patterns of reactivity. All right. So this can be done all day, every day. This could be done in a really, really difficult time. This can be done. It should be done at its best. It works best when it's a conditioned practice. So I do it in the morning. I do it in the middle of the day. I certainly do it at the end of the day. And one of the things that I like best about it is I like just opening it up, pulling out what it is that I put in there, and seeing what is it that I've already accomplished, or what is going in that direction. And filling up a box of your own intentions and having that in your possession. And then, again, when you're wanting to recognize your progress, you can go in and look at what your intentions are, and you can see how far you've come. You can also be reminded when you're in a really difficult time and a difficult moment. You can go in and open the box, and you can be reminded of what your intentions are, because the story is never over, right? When we're in a reactive state, in some sort of an emotional struggle and a stuck point, the story's not over. It's about the next moment and what is available and what happens there. So it can be through something difficult. It can be when you're really excited and something awesome's happening, and you start getting more intentions, and you just write them down, put them in the box. And this is where this is a big emotional tool for manifestation. It's also a tool for emotional support. It's a tool for emotional strengthening, and it's a simple one. And at the Dr. Tracy Inc. company, for all of our emotional training programs, we use very simple emotional strength training techniques in order to help people shift from reactivity into their connected, intentional life, and so that they can live it in an elevated way. Giving you another example, during this week, my dog of 18 years, Lola Bean, this is her last week, and she'll be making her transition on Saturday. So what I've been doing, because I'm really processing through the emotions of helping her make that transition, because it's definitely time for her to go, and to be out of pain. I'm writing several intentions down for Lola, what it is that I want for her, what it is that I'm creating for her, the vision that I have for her in her transition, in her passing, and beyond her life here. And so just doing something like that, no matter what it just makes it so that it's more concrete, rather than just having everything always swirling around in our head. So again, I want to let you all know that if there's any issues where, maybe you don't want to spend the money on something like this, I'm positive that somewhere in all of your lives, in your homes, you've got something that you can utilize, some sort of a box or some sort of a place that you can put these things. And even if what you have, or the way you want to do it is to buy index cards and then just utilize them and keep them on your desk in a stack or something, the point of all of this is to absolutely give yourself a process, an emotionally elevating process that'll lead you to the outcomes that you want. I like making things really cool and beautiful and decorative, and it makes me more inclined to do these things and happier. That's why I buy these beautiful boxes. And yet, even if it was a shoe box or a jewelry box or a desk drawer or anything, I just invite all of you to think about it as your intention box, or if it's your drawer, it's your intention drawer, or whatever that might be. I know a lot of people have a lot of different types of containers and things that they have in their home. And so I just welcome you all. I invite you all to use this emotional technique, this intentional strategy, in order to create the life that you truly want to be living, especially in difficult moments like this, where we need all of the emotional, technical, emotional support in order to practically walk ourselves from where we are to where we want to be. And so I hope all of you enjoy this and put it to use. And I look forward to each of you sharing with me what you're using, how you're doing it. Please feel free to post and share pictures of your intention box or what you're using and how this is working for you. All right, everyone. So between now and when I see you next, just keep in mind that every single moment is an opportunity to notice yourself, to check in on whether you're in an intention or a reaction. If you're in a reaction, to shift to an intention and to elevate your life that way, one reaction shifted to into an intention at a time. All right, everyone, be well, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.